Hey, Remo here. We're back out on my new Expeditions mod map called Haliburton Highlands. Taking John Hot Rod's 550 elevation out for a run through a new mud park that I've added onto this map. Started working on another trail that's going to kind of run up along the side of the big river. It's going to be all mud, swamp. I've done a little bit of the trail, and you can see in the opener there, we're actually going to cross a beaver dam. So we're going to take that trail down, have a quick look at it. It's been a week that's more about quality than quantity. Didn't get nearly as much as I hoped done on the map so far, but doing the mudding and stuff has proven to be a little different than Snowrunner in terms of how the depth of the mud feels in-game and how I'm putting it in the editor. And I've been doing a lot of jumping back and forth in and out of the game, testing a few different vehicles. I don't have the same feel for this as I do a Snowrunner mod map. Like, I've made 40 plus, probably close to 50 different maps or combinations of maps. I know Snowrunner like the back of my hand, right? This is the same but different, so really working through kind of getting back into it and learning how this all works. I do find that this editor leaves those little triangle ground things worse than Snowrunner. Snowrunner's usually just in the mud, where this editor, it does it everywhere, so I'm spending an extra amount. I basically have to go over everything twice, and I'm really finding that I can't tweak the roads as nicely and as fine-tuned as I can in Snowrunner, so just making the best of it. Right here you can see we're rolling into the mud park, and I've kind of created a little camping area so you can come and do some role-playing and stuff. One thing that really sucks is there's no trailers at all in this game. I would love to see some trailers, like just for role-playing, driving around. It's fun to tug around some of those awesome little camping trailers that Pogue and GGMS, a bunch of them have put together for us, and I really do miss that in this game. I think trailers would be a big plus for hauling around extra items and service parts and all that kind of stuff. So you can see here, this truck I got set up, it has red line tires, so they're middle of the road. Cheater is still above. We got the Ultimate Sport suspension, and then all the motor and gearbox and stuff is all the Trail Rider, so it's kind of a middle of the road setup. Again, really working on tuning this mud in so it feels realistic. I've been through this in a few different vehicles, like the the Land Runner GWC, Lime C30, the Boss Hog from him, which is like a full-on mudding vehicle, and it goes through here pretty quick. But I did have the big tires. It's hard to tune the mud for every vehicle, but I'm pretty happy with what we're seeing here. It's making this truck struggle in this setup. Don't know if you could get through in a scout vehicle or not. That's questionable. Although each lane has a different feel to it. I've just kind of mudded them up. There'll be deeper spots, more shallow spots. It should be a pretty fun little place to run some vehicles through, I hope. And on each side there's one with deep water that you're going to need to snorkel in spots, and then the other side is just kind of a general muddy water mix that's not too deep. So we'll run through the deeper water spot. This one I'm just kind of starting to get a feel for the mud and water mix. Water really slows the truck down, so you can make it pretty much impassable if you're not careful, but I'm finding this editor definitely, you need to put the mud deeper in general, even when I'm messing around with the viscosity of the mud settings. It still just seems like you got to go at it a little bit harder. All in all, I'm hoping this will be a fun little area to go to on the map. It looks like, I was looking around, there's only 9 maps out right now, and there's only, I believe, 4 of us that have maps approved on all the consoles. Basically can't have tasks, it looks like, at this point. So I mentioned it in a previous video, but I'm not going to put any missions in this right off the bat, because my Islands map, which basically I put out right after this game released, still is only approved on Switch and Xbox One, I think, where Beaver Creek's been approved on everything. So for the time being, like Beaver Creek, I'm still kind of sitting on it, although I don't remember what I was doing with that map. It's been so long, but I do intend, like I said, to put the two together and put some missions in. Just kind of waiting for the game to progress along, I guess, in the cycle. It looks like they're pushing really hard on co-op. I haven't tried it yet, but hopefully they get things working better than Snowrunner, and I'm sure that I saw or read somewhere that they want to apply the new way they're doing co-op to Snowrunner when they get it working for this game. So let's hope they can improve upon that, I guess. But we definitely don't have a lot left to do in this game in terms of what we have for models and stuff. I've been really struggling to kind of make a somewhat lived-in area, and there's no buildings. I went to put a garbage can down somewhere, and we have so much stuff in Snowrunner. We're so lucky to have it, but there's no garbage can in this game. And again, I could make stuff and put it in, but then all it does is inflate the size of the mod, which means it's less available. I'm sure that this game is going to be somewhat similar to mod size in Snowrunner, or eventually it will be if they add more to it. And that's a huge thing in Snowrunner. As soon as you add a few custom models, it just inflates the mod size. And all of a sudden, a bunch of places can't play it. So I'm just gonna keep it simple, use what they have. We'll wait on this game if we need to. Pretty sure I'm gonna go back to Snowrunner after this one, just because there isn't much left to do here right now. Now this I'm pretty happy with. I threw this beaver dam together, and I'm really digging the look of it so far. I have a bit more tweaking to do, but the water looks pretty cool, and this is a real Northern Ontario kind of little river with a bunch of cattails and grasses and stuff off in the distance, and that's all mud you can drive on too. Gonna work some more of that in along here, but this is gonna be a lot of up and down like you've seen, with little mud holes everywhere and just a real muddy area of the map. So let me know what you think, what you want to see on this map, and any ideas you have for it. The mud park was recommended by a viewer, and I kind of snuck it in there, and perhaps we'll go at something a little bigger at some point, but should hopefully have another video out soon. I'm actually making one about the new mod map. Not sure how to say it, Ukta, but putting one together. It's a really well built map, and just kind of showcasing it and trying to help out some of the mod community. Anyways, take it easy. Thanks for watching as always, and more to come real soon.